Good morning again, everyone. So I am thrilled that each of you here are present today. So welcome to this webinar entitled Formwork Design and Planning in BIM for Seamless Construction Integration with Allplan. So I will be showing you these new features which help the construction industry on how to do the design and planning of formwork in the BIM environment using Allplan 2024. So before I start with this topic, let me introduce myself. Um, for those who might not know me, my name is Jayson Panganiban, technical specialist of GSI Group. I'm specialized in precast. I am registered ASEAN engineer. I'm also a licensed civil engineer, and I also a member of different organizations like associate member of Structural Associate of Engineers of the Philippines, and then also the Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers. And also I have almost 13 years of working experience with Allplan in different projects in Singapore. So maybe some of you heard about Allplan for the first time. So some will be asking, what is Allplan? Is that an architectural software or an engineering software? What is the difference of Allplan to others? So actually, these are just some common questions asked when they heard about Allplan. So for those who doesn't know about this software solution, please let me use some of your time to give a short information. Allplan is a comprehensive BIM solution that supports various stages of the building site life cycle for conceptual design to construction and facility management. So it enables architects, engineers, and construction professionals to create detailed 3D models of buildings and infrastructures. It enables and as you can see from this short video, Allplan supports different discipline from design to build concept, and from free-form modeling to parametric modeling of architectural features, creating some reports, and also automatic synchronization of the shop drawing. So as you can see from the video. And precast design also is included for different elements. Construction site planning is also part of it. For your construction planning here will be provided also. And of course, for infrastructures like highways, with reinforcement, of course. Then, of course, with roads, including the terrain model. Then we also have the bridge, and of course, we have also tunnels and other services like for your manholes, your sewers, services lines. So all those accessories you can also use. So we can create different kind of shop drawings depending on your needs. And okay, so Allplan actually is also part of a Nemetschek group that boosts an array of sophisticated software solutions catering to the diverse needs of the AEC sector. So from groundbreaking architectural design to precise structural engineering and project management, their products redefine the way professionals bring visions to life. So in addition to this, Nemetschek has 14 popular brands that are under its umbrella. So from the planning and design, we have the Allplan, Graphisoft, RISA, Solibri, and also the Vectorworks. Of course, together with the Nemetschek engineering software like Freelo and ASEAN. Then we have the build and construct. We can see there's a Bluebeam and also the Nevaris. Then for operate and management, we have Creme Solutions and Spacewell. For media and entertainment, we also have this Maxon. And then for digital twin business unit, we have D-Rufus and D-Twin. So I hope from this introduction of the company Nemetschek Group and its brands, you will have a bigger picture of the software solution that can help your daily work. Then moving on to our main topic, Formwork. So we will be covering the introduction of BIM to Form add-on in Allplan. So this is a new feature in Allplan. And then I will show you the workflow on how to use the wall forming. So it is also the BIM to Form icon. This will be shown on the demo. And then we can also assign the phases for construction sequence. So this will be more on the construction site information. So for your sequencing on how to construct your structures, then I will show it to you from the demo, live demo. Then we can also generate the report of the formwork that you're going to use for your planning. Okay, so this is not just a one-way conversation, so maybe I encourage you to ask questions using the chat feature or the question box available, and we will have a dedicated Q&A session for at the end of the presentation. So actually, as you can see from these pictures, planning is actually one of the major things which we decide to speed of construction project. So if we look on the common practice in formwork planning, we can normally do the using the 2D drawings layout, the formwork from based on the 2D drawings. We also do the manual creation of formwork schedule. So yeah, it will be quite difficult because it will do manual. And then of course you need to calculate or estimate materials. I can say manually because that is the traditional way. And actually this affects, of course, your cost, and maybe because some preferred they will be using the subcontractor for their web formworks or do calculation for asking for some help for the calculation of it. So it affect the cost and also the time. So from the formwork add-on tool, we have this functionality. So as you can see from a short video of the presentation, so it's really easy to use. So this enables the automated assignment of formwork for wall components. So basically it's just for now, it will be for wall. Then we can use the available Meva Mammoth 350 manufactured by Meva, and then planning with formwork system. So this actually helps really on your planning um, stage for your formworks. So what will be the benefit for this? It's actually easier planning and visualizing the formworks that you can use to align with your construction sequence, and also saves a lot of time. Sorry, saves a lot of time and cost, of course, and then avoid manual calculations. So that's the purpose of this automation. So next. So now I think we can do the demo. So let me show you my other screen. Let me just transfer. Okay, so let me show my other screen. Okay, so I'm sure you can see my screen now. Right? You can see the screen? Okay, nice. So this is just a simple structure that I pre-made. So just for this presentation. So basically, we have this um, construction um, functions here, and then we can have this um, add-on tool, the wall forming um, tool for your formwork. So as I mentioned, we have the different kinds of um, functionalities here, and then we can use the Meva and then also the Mammoth 350. So we can just use this for the meantime. And then I will just have to make sure that I be using the correct drawing file, so I can just transfer from this. Let's see. Okay, so object. So let me just hover from here and then define. Why it's not defining? Anyway, I can just use then formwork face. So initially, I already predefined some formwork faces so that you can see everything here. So let's open everything. Okay, let me just check if I missed some drawing files here. Okay, everything's fine. So yeah, now I can activate this. And then, so actually, I just have to, where is it? I think anyway. So basically, these are just elements. So I categorized this based on their faces. So I can highlight this to you just to turn off everything. And then I can say that this part, okay, so this part will be something like for your phase one. And then of course, I can have my phase two here. And then also I can have my phase three. So of course, this will be predefined on your planning. So for the formwork, now I can activate, let's say first for the phase one. So we just focus on the phase one. And then using this function, wall forming. So we have this part wall type. So basically, when you see this, I can just say highlight. Okay, so I can see that it automatically gives you your formwork for your corner parts. So it's very easy to use. So from here, you can say, okay, so I'll just undo. Let's focus, let's say on this part. And then just click on this again and then say, select these two elements and then just escape. So you can see I have already here my formwork. I can also select this part. Yep. And this part. So escape and then I can just actualize these two. Okay, so let's just focus on these two first. Okay, so basically this is how you can use for the corner part. Then we can move immediately to this forming wherein we have the option to have a bracket or no bracket at the end. So let's say I will have no bracket at the end and I can use it for this element. So I will just have to activate the wall and then I can just define the span. So you can see I already have my formwork here. Again, I can just select the wall and then just do something like this. Okay. So for this case, I can have, let's say, for example, I don't want the bracket. sorry, has a bracket, so I can say for this end wall. So basically there's a connecting wall here. If I may activate it just to see. So I have a connecting wall on this side. Let's say, for example, you need to divide based on this part, just in case. So what we can do is that we can do formwork on this part. So let's say I use this one and then select this element, and I can say just double click on it, and I will have my end frame here also given. So this actually gives you already the idea that it's really fast and how you can really maximize your walls. Okay, so of course, so again, this you can have your option. If you want bracket or no bracket, then it's up to you. Because on this part, there's a connecting wall, so we need to provide first on this phase one to have a end connection or end formwork, so that you can have the correct length for this part. Okay, so if I continue, I can continue with other phases. So actually, just activate it from our object palette. So here, I can just, okay, so before I forgot, maybe we can also assign first for the formwork. So we can say, I want to hide this. And then, so we move on to the assigning of the faces for this formwork. So basically, we already modeled it. So we have this function that we can assign the attribute. So basically, we can just define the attribute. Where is it? Let me search. Construction phase. Then I can just activate it and then say phase one. And then I say okay. And then I can highlight this part and then apply. So as you can see from this element, I can say that if I modify my attribute, I can see that I have my phase one here already. And from here also, you can see from this part, you already have the phase one, which you can see these elements or hide it. So this will be done also for phase two. So maybe I can just activate it, the whole wall. Okay. Yeah. So let's try it for the phase two, and then we connect. Then I can hide also this phase one formwork. So as you remember, I have this phase one wall here connected to each other. So we have the formwork here, so we can already say that you have the concrete already built up here. So I don't need the end bracket. So what I can do is that I will just provide the same corner. So I will select this. Sorry, I have to go to, sorry, I have to go to phase two, this as active. There you go. So I can just hide this. Okay. So again, we just click this and then say, I say highlight this part. So you have the corner part here, escape. And then here, I don't need the end bracket. So I will just say select, and then maybe this one has to be removed. And then just click on the connecting bracket here, and then you will have your formwork at the end. Okay. So let's say imagine you already have this part, so this is how it will be connected. Okay, so again, we just continue for this part and then say move this one. So I can say this wall, and then I just select the span, and then I will have automatically calculated for you. Okay, so I can say this part, is done, and then we do the same thing. So I can just hide this walls and then add the attribute to make this face as for the second phase. So basically, we add here, and then search again, construction, construction sequence phase. Find next. So I have it here. So I can type in here phase 2, and then you can also do some save your favorite. So now I already saved one. So basically, if I load this from here, I just activate. So I will just replace, and I have this already. So need to change just on number 2, and then say select these elements, formwork, and then apply. So now, as you can see from this one, the phase 2, we already have these attributes. Okay, for the phase 2. Okay, so just to make everything clear, so I will open everything, all the walls, and then I can just activate this also, the phase 1. So I have this part here. So I already have saved some libraries so that we can shorten the time. So the process is always the same. So I just go to my phases, and then I can just say load these things. So let me just select. Okay, need to just need my select my reference. So I just have to turn off first this. Yeah. Okay, and then I can load my library because this is where I use my reference. So yep, I have this for my second phase, and then also for my third phase. So basically, this how it looks like. So I did not complete the whole thing, but at least you know already how to use these things. So then I can activate again the ones I created. Yep. So it makes phase 1 and 2 almost complete. Okay. So since you already assigned the attributes and of course based on the phases, what we can do now is we need to do the report. So that's our last topic for this webinar. So I can generate you the report for the formwork. So we have now available 3 types of um, reports. So first, we can use the overview of the report. So I can say select, and then I can say everyone or everything, and I will be generating my report according to my phases. So you have the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, what material you have used, and then of course there's an article number, and then here also you can have your quantity of each material or formwork. So this is one kind of report. You can also have another report, type of report, like this one, and say all. This will take a little bit of time because it has to generate some 3D view of the material. So it's still calculating the whole thing, summarizing it. It's quite a lot, so better I just have selected a few so that it's easier to open. But anyway, we just need some time. So hopefully you can really catch the information that I wanted to share to you. This really will help you on your formwork planning. You don't need to measure, or you don't need to do manual calculations for your formwork. You can model it and directly quantify. And then of course, you can just order the materials that you needed. So sometimes in construction part, they also manage to, let's say, you do after phase one, they will use the same formwork for phase two, and then just maybe adjust it, and then also for phase three. So this is the way that maybe you can maximize your planning for your formwork. So I guess I need to really spend some time because it has, well, actually it's generating the isometric view of each of the element that you have placed here for your formwork. So that's why it's taking some time to really calculate. And I can say that we have placed a lot of formwork here, although they can be grouped to each other. Okay, so basically your report, you can export it in different format. So if you want it in Excel, you can export in Excel. You can also in PDF. You can also have it in Word, or you can just, okay, now it comes up. So you can have your report like this. So that's why it takes so much time. So it shows you your, um, oops, it shows you your isometric view of the quantity. It shows here. So what is the type, symbol name, what is the length and the height provided. So basically the height here actually also adapts depending on the height that you're going to provide for your wall. So of course the tolerance or the difference of the height of the wall to here, you should have some gap, right? So it will be more than. So it depends on the height of your wall. Okay, so as I mentioned, you can export it as text, Excel, Allplan local environment, and then also PDF and the Word. So I can say that we can also try the other one. So if you're thinking I have a wall somewhere at the, let's say I turned off everything first, and then let's say I have, I turn on the phase one, but I have a wall on the second, let's say here. So I have this kind of wall. Okay, so I can say that, what if I don't have any connecting wall here? Can I also use this formwork? Yes, you can use using this freestanding wall. So if I click this and say select this one, so you can see it can define already your formwork. So what if my wall is higher? So what we can do, let's say I make this one higher. As I mentioned, the height will be depending on your how to say it, your height of wall. So the formwork will have to, based on that, I will just change this to maybe, let's say 7. So the height will be about 4.2 meters. So let's see if it will reflect. So again, of course, your height is defined. So as you can see, you have this connection for the, depending on the height of the wall. Okay, so it adopts your wall automatically. Okay, so I guess that's it. Oh, by the way, so maybe if you're asking, okay, how about your shop drawing? How are you going to generate it? Maybe I can share it to you also. So basically here, I have provided a layout plan, and I can say I am already at phase one. So what I can do here is that I can say I will just load my phase one drawing file. So let's say this one and say okay, and then I just click somewhere here. So as you can see, this is part of the phase one that we provided. Oh, sorry, I forgot to change the scale, so that's why it's too big. Let's try again. So I have to load my phase one. All right, I can include phase two. Let's see. Then this one will be in 100 scale. Yep, I think that should be it. So as you can see, it automatically loads your formwork. So I placed adding the phase 3 also on the different the same drawing file, so that's why it goes there. But if you have organized it properly on different phases, then you can use it. So let's try again. So I think this is for the phase 1 only, or we can just say, yep, close phase 1. Or let's say we use the phase 2. I think this more than 100, and then say okay. So again, I placed all those formwork for formwork 1 and formwork phase 1 and phase 2 in the same drawing file. That's why you can have it on this things. But if you have placed it at the correct drawing file, then you will show only those phases according to your drawing file, phase 1. Okay, so I think that's for my demo. And then so maybe I can just um, share the other screen. Okay, so for the next slide, we go now to Q&A. So so far, I'm trying to read something for the Q&A. Okay, so I guess there is a question here. Um, is it available only for walls? Okay, so basically for now, we can I can say that the development of this is actually in progress. So for now, we have only available for walls, but in the future, definitely all the components will be considered. So like for your columns, if you have other structure, then we can maybe consider that also for the future development. Okay, another, let's see. Where's the question? So does only the MEVA 350 is available for this formwork? Okay, so as I mentioned for you, as I mentioned earlier, is still on the development progress. So basically, there will be some more formwork um, manufacturers will be available. So it will be depending on of course, on the arrangement. But in the future or for the next versions, there will be already an update for this manufacturers additional. Okay, maybe last one question. Okay, what's another question? So feel free to ask questions. I can still have some time to answer your question. If you have something in your mind, you can just ask me. Um, okay, so I guess we just wait for some more questions. Maybe there are some questions on your mind. You can highlight it to me. Then we will try to answer. Okay, so I guess nothing for now. But if you have questions, you can just write us an email or you can directly contact me. So I'll be happy to answer all your questions. Okay, so for the upcoming webinar, just want to promote, there will be another upcoming webinar. I will also be the person to do this webinar. And then it will be next Friday. So if you are interested to join, please join. You can scan the QR codes from your screen to register directly. So I'll be hoping to see you all there again. And this is more on the for the engineers to show you the new features for engineers. So as you can see from this short clip, we have this structural connection framing, then also the clash detection for the reinforcements or for other materials or other elements. Then of course, for if you're concerned with reinforcement functionality on the 3D view, and then also concerned with the mesh welding. If you are using automatic mesh welding system, then it's better to watch this webinar. So you can follow us on our social media platforms. So we have the Facebook, we have also our website, GSI Group. We also have our YouTube channel and of course our LinkedIn. So you can follow me and our company to give you more updates for the upcoming webinars or any other information regarding the software. So if you want my contact number information, you can just scan this QR code and then you can reach me anytime you are available. You have some questions regarding Allplan or anything about how you can maximize your work, then you can just drop me an email or you can message me through these numbers. Okay, so thank you for listening, and I hope you have got some information on how you can do your formwork planning and design faster and easier using Allplan 2024. So I'll be hoping to see you next webinar, and then have a nice day. Thank you for everyone.